Hi guys, this is Ranjit, and in this video let's do the unboxing and have a look at this Nord CE smartphone. And guys, this is a retail unit that I had purchased from Amazon. So let's open this up, and I like you don't need a knife or anything, hopefully. Oh, you still need it. It just opened. So I'll use my knife to open it up. And guys, it comes in various capacities. The base variant actually starts at 6 gigabytes of RAM, but I would suggest not to go with that one because RAM is not an issue. The base variant, the storage is just 64 gigabytes, and I feel if you plan to keep the phone more than a year, that will be the limiting factor. So the base one that you'll have to go is this one, and this is having 8 gigabytes of RAM and 128 gigabytes of storage. I was able to purchase this for 24,000. Actually, the retail price of this one is 25,000, but if you use a HDFC card, you get ₹1,000 discount. I'll leave the link of Amazon in the description. If you're buying, use that. It helps the channel. So let's open this up and have a look. And I would say very mixed reactions that I'm having towards this, seeing the specs. So here is the device itself, and back actually looks like glass, guys, but it is plastic. In fact, the entire frame is plastic on this one. But yeah, I think that's the new trend that we are seeing in mid-range smartphones. So this is the smartphone that we get. I like the size. It's not too big, I would say. We'll come back to the device later. Let's see what else. And so we get a case in the box, so the nice, and some bunch of paperwork. Nord, it says, quick start guide and all those things. I'll just keep these things to the side. And we get the charger. That's the wrap charger. This is a 30-watt fast charger and a charging cable. That's USB type A to type C that you are getting. So that's what we get in the box. I'll just keep this to the side. As you can see, guys, actually it does not weigh that much, I would say, so not heavy. We have a secondary noise cancellation microphone, fortunately, and here we just have the power on off button. One thing that is missing that we have always found in OnePlus device is, if you notice, that alert slider is missing on this one. And frankly speaking, guys, initial reactions, I would say it looks more or less like a Realme or a Oppo phone rather than a OnePlus phone. That's the first impression I am getting. So you don't have the alert slider, just the power on off button over here. Bottom is the speaker, and again, guys, no stereo speakers on this one, just a single speaker. We have a type C port, but we have a 3.5mm headphone jack, which is a welcome move in my frank opinion. And here is a volume rocker, and this will be your SIM tray. Again, guys, it's a OnePlus device, so no micro SD card, just 2 nano SIMs. That's the reason I'm saying you shouldn't go for the base variant, because the storage is just 64 gigabytes on that one. Back we have a triple camera setup. 64 megapixel is the main one. This is an OmniVision sensor. We'll have a look at some of the samples later on. Then we have 8 megapixel, that's ultra wide, and then we have the beloved 2 megapixel camera. That's the macro camera on this one. Then we have a 16 megapixel front facing camera, and OnePlus is again touting this as a 5G smartphone. Technically, yes, but it just has one band of 5G. So essentially, I would say don't treat it as a 5G phone. If you treat it as a 5G phone, you will be definitely disappointed. Claiming a phone with just one band of 5G and charging almost 25,000 is a joke, because these days we are getting some 5G smartphones around the 15,000 price band that are having about 5 or 6 bands of 5G. So guys, don't get to the hype of OnePlus, just one band of 5G. So don't treat it as a 5G smartphone. If you treat it like a 4G smartphone, then you will be mentally okay. So let's do one thing. Let me just power this on. I'll just set this up and then we will continue. So guys, I have set up the smartphone, so let's have a closer look at the same now. And guys, at the side I'll have all the specs for your reference. And guys, as you can see, this is having a 6.43 inch screen. That's an AMOLED screen, and it's a 90 hertz screen that you are getting. And left you go, you get the Google pane, and again, typical Oxygen OS. That's the thing that I like about this smartphone. That's the biggest plus point, I would say. Oxygen OS, no bloatware or anything. I just installed AirDrop app. Apart from that, nothing. I've also taken some camera samples. I'll show you that. So pretty clean layout, I would say. And These are the quick toggles. I still miss the alert slider, I would say. And I already got one update, OT update, so I had applied that. Also took some photographs with this one, so I have applied that latest update that I got, OT update on this one. And I would say the handset feels light, but initial impressions, I would say the back, though it's plastic, guys, this could have been better, and maybe you should go for a different color, because at least on this color it's very glossy, and as you can see it shows the fingerprints also very easily. And I don't know why, but if I tap in, I get a slightly hollow sensation, so it does not feel that premium, I would say. That way, I would say OnePlus should have consulted the Realme team. Most of the Realme phones have a plastic back, but even though they have a plastic back, they feel a little bit more premium, I would say. So that is something that I am noticing on this one. And one thing I don't like is that this smartphone does not have any glass protection on the front, no Gorilla Glass or anything. OnePlus should have at least given a Gorilla Glass 3 considering the price point. And as I've also told you, no stereo speakers on this one, so just a single speaker, but we do get a 3.5mm headphone jack on this one. And handset feels light to hold. You also have this always on display, and the fingerprint scanner is here at the bottom, and fairly responsive, I would say. The thing that I noticed is that the in-display fingerprint scanner is actually pretty low on this one, so it takes time to get used to it. For example, this is the OnePlus 9R, and notice the position. This position, I would say, is a lot better in terms of the fingerprint scanner. Just notice how low it is. So you might have to adjust your hand grip, I would say, on this one. And again, just use it with the case, guys. Just doesn't feel that premium. Anyways, moving to the next thing that I noticed on this one is again the clean UI you're still getting. And guys, this is the not the base variant, and I feel everyone should go at least with this one, because storage, if you notice, I just took some camera samples. Out of that 128 gigabytes, about 109 gigabytes is available to us. So if you offer the 64 GB variant, that's the base variant, the storage will be actually pretty less. After 4 or 5 months you will feel the cramped storage. So this is the base that you should go. Now let's also look at the camera on this one. It's a 64 megapixel main camera that we are getting. Then we have a 8 megapixel ultra wide, then that 2 megapixel rubbish that we have. And let's just bring some objects here, and let me show you. So this is the camera interface that we are getting. So you have the tap to focus. This is the ultra wide, and I notice color shift in the ultra wide, so got to be careful with the ultra wide. And this is digital zoom, that's 2x that you can use. Then we have the portrait mode, nightscape, and even the pro mode in terms of software. Front facing, this is the front facing that you have, and again we also have the portrait mode with the front facing camera. So let me do one thing. Let me actually show you some of the samples that I have taken here. So outdoor samples, as you can see, they come out good. And again, as you can see, this was in the portrait bokeh mode. And these were taken in office with a lot of lighting. And here, I would say it does a decent job. But again, in dull lighting situations, the camera does struggle up quite a bit. Though this sample was okay, here it struggled a little bit. Front facing, same scenario. Front facing outdoors, actually, the performance was very good. Even in the portrait bokeh mode, it was good. But in indoor lighting, as you can see, it struggles quite a bit. So guys, that's it for now for the unboxing of this one, but I have some initial impressions also with this device, so let me just share that with you. As the pricing is about 25,000, if you don't include that HDFC discount card for this variant that comes with 128 gigabytes of storage, I feel OnePlus is now charging quite a bit of a premium for this. The biggest strength I would say that you have with this device is Oxygen OS, and that's the biggest trump card of this device. Clean UI, no ads or anything, and I feel that's a very important thing that I would say. And in fact, I would say the rear facing camera, main camera, was not as shabby as I thought. I don't have the original OnePlus Nord, but I felt that the camera performance was better than the original Nord. What I'll try to do is I'll try to actually take camera samples with what do you say, some of the other smartphones in this price range, and then we'll compare the camera. I'll do that later on, so stay tuned to my channel. But now moving to some of the shortcomings that I have noticed on this smartphone is that, and I don't like that, and the first thing is that plastic body. Don't get me wrong, plastic body is fine, but this could have been done better, as I've told you. And I miss that with most of the OnePlus devices, you used to get that glass pack that is not there. Even moving to the camera, we don't have optical image stabilization on this one. The original Nord actually had that. And next thing is no stereo speaker is a big bummer for a smartphone that is costing almost 25,000 in my frank opinion. And I miss this alert slider, and I don't know why, guys. This smartphone is giving me more vibes of a Oppo or a Realme smartphone rather than a OnePlus smartphone, to be very frank, guys, apart from the Oxygen OS UI. And I also don't like that no Gorilla Glass was given on this one. And lastly, let's not even talk about the 5G joke that OnePlus is playing with, specifically the Indian variants. The international variants are getting 11 or 12 bands of 5G, but the 5G variants, so-called 5G variants that are sold in India, are just having one band of 5G. So there I feel also it's a big compromise. What I'll do is I'll put my main SIM on this one. I'll use the smartphone for a couple of days or weeks, and then we'll come out with my full review with the pros and cons. But what do you guys feel about this Nord CE? Is OnePlus starting to cut too many corners or not? And do you think they have finally settled with the Nord CE? Let me know in the comment section below. Anyways, guys, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. This is Ranjit, and I hope to see you in my next video. Take care, guys.